Hello, everybody. Hello out there. Before I start this off, I want to get a shout out to my sister Misha. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, sister. Love you. That's from me and Mama. Happy birthday. Uh, I usually don't get into subjects like this because half of the time I be liking to keep my life private. Uh, but I want to talk about it. I want to. Um, Yesterday I was talking about relationships and stuff, and that got me to thinking over the night, what did I want to talk about today? And so this is what I want to talk about. Ever since I've been gay or have came out of being gay, um, I've never had a problem with dating a man. I've never had any problems, but I've never been actually in a real relationship either. So when I was dating, I was like, I would date. You know how you date, move on, date. Of course, I've dated people in it maybe lasting maybe 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. I'm gonna say the longest I ever dated someone was maybe like 3 months because they end up getting into some trouble and going to the penitentiary. So that was that. But in reality, I never did fall in love with someone like I fell in love with this other person. So when I fell in love with this other person, we had our ups and downs, we had our issues, we had our problems. We would fight, we would break up, we would fight, we would break up, and then end up get back together. I mean, I was just so in love with being in love. I loved him. Oh yes, I loved him. No doubt. I love that boy with. Boy, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Could nobody talk about that boy? Could nobody tell me nothing wrong? When they try to tell me, well, this and that, that and this, nothing. But we always stayed into it because I didn't want him to talk about, excuse me, talk to or talk about his exes. I didn't want to talk to his exes. And I remember, where I stay at now, I stay in the apartments I used to stay in next door with him. And his ex had moved right down the walkway from me. And she had told me that, excuse me, he had told me that he had just talked to him and he was gonna come over to stay all night on the weekend and come and see me in the morning. I was just like, what? And I was just like, and I could never understood why would my ex go outside every time he want to talk to his exes. He'll go outside instead of talking in front of me. But he was always telling me, "Oh, ain't nothing going on with them. I don't want them." But I was always thinking to myself, "Well, if it ain't nothing going on with them, well, why would you go outside to talk to them? Well, why you didn't stay in the house and talk to them? Why was in caliber for you to go outside and talk to them?" I never did understand it. So, one thing led to another. It kept going on for years and years and years. And then it was a kind of vulnerability that in our relationship, I too much didn't feel like his mama didn't like me. That was another one. So I had a lot of hung ups about my relationship with my ex. My ex is a good person. I'm not gonna take that away from him. I mean, he do have some bad qualities or maybe some bad problems. But he's a good person. Um, if I knew what I knew today, I don't think too much that I tried to be friends with him first. I think it was more like that I jumped into our relationship. I didn't. I got out of prison. A friend introduced me to him and said, "Look, uh, this is such and such, such and such. I think that you might like him." Hold on, y'all. Hello, everybody. I'm back. Sorry about that. Uh, so a friend introduced me to him when I got out, and I didn't. Like I said, if I knew what I know now, things would have been way different. I would have got to know him as a friend, but I didn't get to know him as a friend. Uh, I got out in 2004. I met him, by me being positive. They have this, where you go meet people or you go have lunch, you know what I'm saying? So you can meet people and have fun and this and that. Uh, at the resource center and play games and stuff like that. But, at the time I was on parole and I was in the halfway house. I wasn't searching for no one at the time. It just happened. I was hold on, y'all. Yeah, I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry about that. Um so I wasn't looking for nobody at the time. I was looking for to get myself established. I was looking to find my apartment. So I wasn't looking for it. That was I was trying to get myself established because I had just got out the penitentiary and I had to stay out of trouble. I wasn't even allowed to go nowhere because I was on a monitor. And you know how that goes when you're on a monitor. So I was just trying to stay out of harm's way. But I ended up meeting this guy. This guy this guy was really nice. Like I said in earlier, he's a good person. He may have a little hang-ups. He might have them hang-ups about that like that way because of way people treated him. You know, but at the end of the day, I think he's a nice person. You know, if like I told him, I just think that he deserve. I think that he do deserve somebody. He do deserve somebody that want to make him happy. And I wish him well on that subject. I really do. I really do. Um, I never thought a day in my life that one of the people that I knew, we wasn't friend, but we called each other friends. I never thought that you would go after my ex that had hung me up. So I was just like, when it happened, I was just like, then my ex didn't even tell me what was so bold was that my ex friend that was staying with me was my roommate. She the one told me that her cousin and him started dating. And I was just like, well, why tell me all of this now? Why not tell me this when it was going on? It was almost like she didn't want to see him with me. She was jealous of the relationship that me and him had. Because the whole time that we were staying together, excuse me, I allowed her to stay with me. And she um used to come back and tell me that he used to come back and tell her how he was how excuse me, how I was treating him. That he was being mistreated, that how I would take all this money and how I would do all of this and how I would do all of that. Now I'm not the nicest person, I'm gonna say. I'm not perfect. I'm not holier than thou. But I try to treat people with kindness and I try to treat people the way they want to be treated. You understand what I'm saying? Uh, but because of what was going on in our relationship, I did one thing, and I think that thing was when I was in the penitentiary, I was going with this person, and I allowed this person to call my house, and I was sending this person money to help them out, you know. But I didn't. When me and my ex was together, and we had first started going together, I wasn't doing it. I didn't do it until like maybe in our eighth or ninth year that we were together. Or we was together for 12 years. Maybe in our eighth or our ninth year we were together. Because I feel like I had got tired of being mistreated. I had got tired of being taken as a fool and stuff like that because you would do you know, you would go home to your mama and then kind of find out you wouldn't even be at home. You'd be with one of your exes. Um and then one of your exes that you were going with, they didn't like me. They didn't like me. They didn't like what I stand for. I ain't gonna say they name, you know. Um, the other ex that I know of his, I knew him because we used to stay in the same facility together. And but he passed. I was just so sad when he passed away, especially how he passed away. Oh, it was just, I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe this. And I had told my ex, but tell his family, my condolence goes out to them. Um, Child, I was just like I said, you never get too old to learn. And I can honestly say, what I know now, if I know back then, I don't think that I would have never been in a relationship with him. Because the whole time our relationship was toxic. And I had the nerve to, since I've been sick, I think it was like a couple of months ago, 2 months ago, maybe a month ago, that I wanted to get back with him and work on our relationship. But we had been broke up. Now, before I had said that we was broke up, we had been broke up 4 years. And it was the reason why God let me out that relationship. And God said, no more. I was always fighting. We were always fighting. We accomplished some things. We had things. But we was always fighting. Always. It wasn't a day that went by that we wasn't fighting. I was just like, mm-mm. To this day, every time I think about it, I'll be like, child. I'll be like, child. Yeah. Cause I think about what we been through and what we had. And so when all that mess had went by, and I was just like, I thought we was gonna be, I really thought that we gonna be friends. But it's an old saying my friend told me the other day that you can't be friends with your ex. There's no way. She says it's not gonna happen. Because if y'all cool now, even when you bring somebody into in you and you meet someone, they gonna do everything to try to sabotage that. And I didn't understand. So I was just like, so I done, you know. But as I was saying earlier, I don't too much to like to let people in my private life. So it was just on my mind. I wanted to open up about my relationship with my ex and how it was and how things was with me and my ex. And it's not all my ex's fault. It's it had a lot to do with me as well. It takes two to ruin a relationship, and then it takes two to work on a relationship. And if you really just not all that committed anymore, then that's what's gonna happen. And I think that's what happened to me. It got to a point to where I didn't want to be committed anymore to our relationship. Our relationship was a done deal. It was over. I was tired. So I did what I had to do, and I left. I left our relationship because I feel like if I didn't leave my relationship, it was gonna either be me get hurt or him hurting me. So I did what uh, I had to do. Uh, and that's when I left. It was the hardest thing that I ever had to do was leave my relationship. But I didn't have no other choice. Was I still in love with him? Yes, I was. Did I miss him? Yes, I did. Ye- Do I ever think about being back with him? Yes, I do. Will I ever take him back? No, I wouldn't. Because, like I told y'all from the beginning, what I didn't know then that I know now, I know what to expect. And I expect that if I was to take him back, it would be the same old thing. But what I do know is my self worth. And what I do know is you don't have to settle. You you more than that. You can get more than that. You deserve more. You don't have to settle for no any type of man. Yeah, you might be lonely, you know. But at the end of the day, I would rather be lonely than settle. Because settling come with a price. A price you're probably not willing to pay. You know. You just settle for anything. And hey, it might it might start off good, then it end up not good. So remember, settlement comes with a price, y'all. Um, don't settle. Don't settle. Find yourself worth. Find somebody that's gonna appreciate you. Find somebody that's gonna respect you. They out there. It don't matter if you gay or not. They out there. Yeah, they out there. Because I met my ex when I was still a gay boy. I wasn't. I was beginning. I didn't start wanting to transition until maybe 7 8 years over that I wanted to be a trainee, and we were still together. We didn't have no problems. Um, well, I can't say we didn't have no problems. We had problems, but I just didn't know we had problems. The first problem we had was when I stayed when in the apartments that I'm in now. I stayed next door too. It was down the walkway. That's when all my fighting started, and I was still a gay man. So yeah, we had problems. So to everybody thinking that it just came when I started to transition on being a transsexual or transgender, that's not true. My problem with my ex began way before. Problem with my ex, I think it started really. I'm not gonna say in the eighth or seventh or sixth. The problem started in the year mark, in the maybe 6 or 7 year mark that we was together, and we was staying. We wasn't even staying where I'm staying out here yet. We was still staying in like the gay areas. It started then. My ex would start talking to different people I didn't know nothing about. It didn't come out until like now who my ex was talking to. My ex would do stuff behind my back. I would think he going to the store. He wouldn't go to the store. He would go see these other people first and then go to the store to play it off. My ex would go to the trash can. There's a lot of stuff my ex did that I didn't know that I know now. I'm proud to went through the experience of what my ex, because I know now to and what to expect out of a man. If a man don't want you, they just don't want you. You can't make them want you. You can't stay in a relationship. And I think that's what I did. I made mistake. And my mistake, instead of me getting out when I knew something was wrong, I stayed in that relationship because he was there for me. And because when I would have my seizure, he was there. He wouldn't leave my side. Or I didn't want to be alone or this and that. No, when I felt that our relationship wasn't right for me, and when I feel like something was going on in our relationship, I should have left. Matters who I was listening to, I should have left. There was no reason why I should have stayed in that relationship, dealing with that drama, dealing with that mess, knowing what might happen years down the road. I'm glad that our relationship ended the way it ended. Our relationship didn't end it good neither. On that note, our relationship wasn't. It didn't end it on a good note. I never forget how our relationship ended. He, it was Christmas Eve. I um I was at home. I was at home. I told him, uh uh he said he was going over his mama's house. So he went over his mama's house and stuff like that. And I said, well, I'm on my way to pick you up. But now, don't come over here. And that's when I knew something was wrong. And I said, you know what? I can't deal with this anymore. I'm through. I'm done. I'm finished. And that's when I called our relationship off. Because it's never been a time that we didn't spend Christmas together and then go over your mama house. But when that had happened, I knew that you had just got in contact with one of your exes. And I wasn't, if I can't be number one, I ain't gonna be nothing. And so, like I said, I enjoyed the time we did spend together. I loved our relationship. But what I'm not gonna do is stay in something that I'm compromising my health, I'm compromising my happiness. Um, and at that time, my health and my happiness was not where it was. The love was gone. You know how you love a person, but you're not in love with that person. There's a difference. Or enough for you to be in a relationship, you not only have to love that person, but you have to be in love with that person. And I was not in love with that person. And I'm sure this person been watching my posters, recordings. I'm sure he gonna see this, but I'm not dragging this person. I'm not gonna disrespect this person because this person is a good person. He's a good person. He's just not good with me because I used to always find myself having to fight, and the police have to come out. So when that happens, excuse me, it's time to let go. It's time to let go because that's when I say I learned this here have learned me that you had when you was with this person, you had compromised your character. And why would you want to go back to something that you have to compromise your character with again? So I think I'm learning you never get too old to learn. And not only that, I can also say that I love me. I love myself. Because if you don't love you, ain't nobody else gonna love you. So I love me. I love me. Now I have met a new gentleman. He nice. I think he nice. I do. He calls me and make sure I'm okay, or he'll text me and make sure I'm okay, or he'll ask my friend them is I'm okay. So I think he's a nice guy. Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to come on here and talk about that. I never opened up about my relationship and how my relationship ended and how we met and all of that. So I wanted to open up about that. And I thank y'all for listening. And I thank my supporters. Y'all make me feel welcome all the time. Um, so, you know, I love y'all. And remember, if you don't love you, nobody else gonna love you.